All right, welcome to Double Take Sports Talk. Today we are doing something just a little bit different today. This is not going to actually be a debate show. It will be, depending on what's going on. But today we're going to do a segment on who me and Daryl is. Um, we didn't do that at the beginning. So we figured, this is a good time to actually sit down and for those of you that listen to us, get a chance to know who we are and you know, get into the minds of of twins. So what we did was we compiled a frequently asked question list, and it's 20 questions that we put on here, and we're going to answer each one of those questions. But before we even go into that, just formally introducing ourselves, the person that's talking right now, because I know we sound too much alike. For most people, we sound too much alike. So it's just like maybe just one of us is just talking for a long, extended period of time and just failed to realize that and failed to realize that yeah, one person spoke and another person spoke, and you know, a lot of
You really
people would
couldn't
think,
tell the difference.
yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. So, just wanted to formally introduce ourselves. I am Darren Watts. Um, let's see, what about me that I should share? Well, first off, of course, pretty much everything that I'm going to be sharing most likely will pertain to Daryl, except maybe a couple things. First off, I'm 28, which means this dude is 28 too,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
uh,
Wow. He just called me a dude.
sure did. Called you a dude. So,
Okay.
at 28 years old, let's see. We reside in Indianapolis, Indiana. Uh,
So that means this dude is residing in Indianapolis too.
yep. The dude resides in Indianapolis, Indiana too. Let's see. What else is there to know? Now, I am single, and this dude ain't.
Yeah, that's right.
Um,
That's right.
other than that, was born February 5th, 1988, and this dude was too. Uh,
Yeah.
and for the most part, yeah, that's who I am. Daryl, would you like to introduce
Yeah.
yourself?
Well, I'm Dura Watts, of course. You know, of course, pretty much the same thing. Darren said age, birth dates, and of course, I'm currently taken right now. I'm currently engaged. Also, that Darren didn't mention, I'm gonna go ahead and mention now. We both attend school, but we don't attend the same school.
Ah, yeah, sure.
Darren attends Indiana Wesleyan University online. He is a full-time student, and I am also a full-time student, but I attend University of Phoenix. I believe Darren, you are taking up in accounting, right?
That is correct.
And I am taking up business management, small business management, entrepreneurship. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much the basic detail about us. The frequently asked questions going to really get us down more into about us as also not only as twins but also as individually, and
We're gonna try to
yeah,
do
getting to know,
everything.
yeah,
We're gonna do everything we can to try to make ourselves as much as individual
as
human beings
possible,
as possible.
and we do that. And like I said,
But a lot of people try to look at us as one whole person.
and we're not one whole person. So this what these breakdowns of these questions are. This what actually these questions are practically like okay, this person does it, this person doesn't, or this person does
Doesn't.
also.
Mhm.
Or it could be mixed. He doesn't, I doesn't,
Mhm.
or whatever the case may be. So yes, that's going to be very critical when you listen to this podcast to get to know, me and Darren, not only as together or individually. So
Yeah, we're gonna have another one of these frequently asked questions, getting to know us. We're going to have another one of these segments, but we're going to have them. We're still trying to plan that out. Most likely, it's going to be on Twitter, most likely, where Daryl is going to be following people with questions that you all might have. At some point, we will do that. Put a whole
Absolutely.
dedication to a show, just like we're doing now, into that, like kind of like of a real break, but just everybody just getting to know who we are. Also, I'm going to um, talk about future shows. Um, when is the best time to download the episodes? Me and Dura are still in talks of that right now, but most likely, if we download 3 times out of the week, most likely it's going to be on a Wednesday, Thursday, and a Friday. But if we only do one show at a time, it's most likely going to be on Friday. But I'll get more into the depth of that, what to expect.
So hopefully we want to get it to 3 episodes, 3 times a week. Hopefully we can really get into that. We really are, because this is really important to us. So hopefully, 3 times a week.
Yep. Hopefully we'll make it 3 times a week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Absolutely.
And we'll get into that after we get through the frequently asked questions. Okay. Frequently asked questions normally about twins, but in particular case, it's going to be about me and Daryl. Frequently asked questions about me and Daryl. Who is the nicer twin and who is the evil twin? Hey, this is the answer that I always give people, and most of these answers are going to pertain to the same one. The roles are switched.
Yep. So practically, it just depends.
It just depends on who's cranky and who's not. So, what for probably I think my sister explained this to me and Daryl once before. I think she said it was a span of a month or maybe 2 months. One of us would be in the nice role and the other would be in the evil role. But then as soon as that month or 2 is up, we switch those roles, and we have no clue that we do them, but it happens.
Yeah, no clue, but it happens.
It just happens. Oh, and as an FYI, and me and Daryl, we do have an additional sibling named Naira. Why did I just say name like she's a dog or a cat or an animal? But her name is Naira. She has really inspired us to really get into.
She is the reason why.
Yeah,
she is.
She is the bigger help to the reason why. She had a bug put in her ear also about us doing podcasting, and she put a bug in our ear to do podcasting. And if it took us a while to get everything up and going together, but without her, none of this would have been as possible as it is now. We had to make some big changes to when we first had started, and when she had first got engaged. We had to make a whole lot of changes because a lot of things just wasn't working in our favor. But
right. Meaning that we had to take control of our own stuff.
We had to take control. A lot of things just wasn't working in our favor, and she just kind of let us take over. But if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't be in this situation right now. So I really thank her for that, and that's our only sibling that we have.
Yeah. Absolutely.
With our mother or father still living. That's the gist of it. We, of course, cousins, aunts, uncles. Other than that, that's the gist of it. But okay, question 2. Who wins most of the fights? Again, but this is not going to be the same answer. I had to think about this one too. Usually in the physical side, Daryl usually wins the fights. Verbally, I usually win them.
Oh, yeah.
Verbally, I usually win them. In physical, Daryl usually wins them.
And I'm telling you, I am not the first to admit these kind of things. I'm going to tell you right now, yes, that is absolutely true.
Mm-hmm.
That is absolutely true.
Yeah, Daryl's more of the physical fighter. I'm more of the verbal fighter. I use words to get him physically fighting with me.
Yeah,
so.
his in other words, his verbal is the reason why he gets it swooped. So I cannot believe we're talking about
I can't even. I don't.
I cannot believe
It just
this.
feels so awkward.
It feels
It's
very awkward.
awkward to be talking. I mean, we talk all the time, but never talked about each other. Never really sat down and actually talked about
Never,
each other
never.
at all. At
That's
all.
it's very interesting. But still, of course, it's still very interesting to know because people like to know these type of things. Why not do it?
Especially if you're twins. So
Exactly.
that really don't help the situation anyway. So it's just like, oh, okay, let's go with that then.
Absolutely.
All right. The next question: can we read each other's minds?
Ooh, you know what? I'm going to put it like this. Me and Darren, we have our traits. Okay. Now, me and Darren, to a point, we have known each other because we hang out a lot all the time. We're very, very, very close knit. We're very, very close. You can tie a rubber band together, and you can try to separate it, you won't do it. You can stretch a rubber band, and you can't. I mean, you can stretch a rubber band, but you can't stretch it so far. That's just like how we are. But when it comes down to us reading each other's minds, it's because we have known each other for a long time.
It's not a twin thing.
It's not a twin
It's
thing.
usually, it's just like you said. It's just usually just comes out from us knowing each other. It's the same with any sibling.
Yes.
There's no special differences in being a twin and knowing your siblings. We know our sister just as much as she knows us, and we know each other. But the only exception to that is to the fact that and I hate when people do this, it kind of drives me to utter annoyance when people do this. If they need to find out something, per se, for example,
I know exactly where you're going to this one.
If somebody wants to know something about me, they go to Daryl.
Yeah.
But if they want to know something about Daryl, they go to me. And it's kind of like, why do people do that? What, do you not want him to know that you're asking about him? Because what do you think I'm going to do when we're done with this conversation?
Exactly.
I'm going straight, hey, this person just asked about you. So I mean, it's like you just better off just going straight out with the truth. I mean, just go straight to
the source.
Go straight to me or go straight to Daryl. I mean, it's just
but some people also do that because they also just want to know from a different perspective. So especially somebody close. So if they have the right general idea, but they have a feeling that they know what they're talking about, they always go to the next kin or next close source, which is the twin.
Now sometimes it's funny because sometimes there are certain things that we don't tell each other right off the bat. And when somebody asks, it's just like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Absolutely.
What are you talking about? And a lot of people think we're just playing stupid. No, there are some things that me and Daryl do not tell each other.
That too, because it catches people's attention, especially if they ain't seen us. If they ain't seen us, it is so funny because we could be anywhere, at work, anywhere. But mostly at work, you can see one person, and they seen this one person. So for instance, it could be me. They seen me, talk to me, gotten to know me, blah, 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 stuff like that, because I'm in the second shift range, they're in the second shift range, they know it, okay? And now, flip the script here, they happen to switch to first shift because of something going on, and they see Darren, they look at him, now, I got hair, Darren don't. So, they'll look like, hey man, you cut your hair, man, what you cut your hair for? Man, my hair always been cut. What you talking about?
Yeah, really.
And it's like, man, I could have swore you had hair on your head. No, I never had hair on my head.
Oh yeah,
And I let people off.
And I just let people, and that's the funny part. I just let people think and let them go crazy over it. I love it because it's funny to sit there and watch, and it's priceless to watch people how they respond to that. Because they're like, dude, you just had hair, and they do me the same way with Daryl. If they worked second shift, but they come to first shift and they see me, like, dude, how'd you grow your hair back that quick? Or what happened to your hair? What you mean what happened to my hair? No way, I know what they're talking about. Like, what is you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, dude, how'd you grow your hair back that quick? I mean, did you cut it? What happened? What do you mean? What? I've always had this. This never changed on me. I've never changed. And then they sit there and look at me crazy like, okay, I have glasses. Daryl, don't. Do that not strike you enough right there? That's a red flag.
And another red flag is that I'm bigger than Derek.
That's two red flags.
That's two red
And
flags
these
right
dudes
there.
do not pay that no attention.
Yeah, they don't. They never pay any attention.
They don't pay it no attention.
Oh man, that is so funny too.
And I laugh at it every single time because
I
it's
do too,
so
man.
funny.
Yes, it is so funny.
You should watch it, man. If I had hidden camera, it is so funny to watch these people be so confused. It's so funny.
Yeah, it is so funny.
Mm-hmm. Love it to death. It's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Question 4. This is a one that we get. I don't know why we get this one, but we get it all the time. Do we write with the same hand?
The answer to that?
No. Daryl is right-handed. I'm left-handed. That automatically put in perspective that we are not identical. I think that's going to answer one of the other questions.
Number 8.
Yep, number 8. Are we identical? That answer is no. We are fraternal. We are fraternal. And that's it.
That's it. Yep.
Number 5. Oh, gosh.
No,
I hate this question.
This is going to be a fun question.
Do we wear the same clothing? Answer to that, when we were kids and we had no choice,
Yes.
yes. But when we made our own decisions, answer to that, no.
When we first started picking out our own clothes, we agreed that we wanted to be as inseparable as possible.
Mm-hmm. I kid you not. Sometimes, and the code would verify this. There would be some days that me and Daryl, when we were kids, and when we were able to pick our own clothing out.
Yeah.
There were some days when we'd be getting ready to go to school. Ain't seen each other since the previous night. We sleeping and we had our own bedrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Being asleep and we'd get up in the morning, would not see a thing of each other. Whoever jumps in the shower first, jumped in it first. And sometime between me and Daryl, it's usually a bit me, but then some mornings it'd be Daryl. I hear him in the shower. Okay, I'll wait till he gets out. He'll get out, go into the bedroom. I'll get up probably about 5 minutes later, run in there, go in my bedroom, get ready for school. Sure enough, we'll both walk out the room at the exact same time, and sometimes we will wear the exact same clothing.
Yeah.
Now, do we change? No. Because we had already done worked hard, and we ain't discussed it, but we done worked hard to pick what we were going to wear, and we are not ready to go back in there and change, or because we dress like we just going to be dressing alike for that day.
And you know what? This is why confession comes in. This is why as we gotten older, is why we started stealing Pop's clothes.
Oh yeah, big difference. Big difference. Didn't have to dress alike all the time.
Exactly.
Because he didn't have 2 of the same pairs of clothing.
Exactly.
So that saved our lives. It did. Saved our lives.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
That brings us to question number 6. If one twin gets hit, do the other one feel it? This is one of the questions I also hate.
This
Answer to that question, that depends. It depends on the mood. It depends on, for me, I don't know about Daryl, he has to speak on that behalf, but as of for me, it depends. Usually when Daryl gets hit, I wouldn't know about it. But we haven't linked anything to prove the fact that we do or can feel one another's pain when we get hit.
And if it is, it's a coincidence.
Right. Like some days, out of nowhere, I would just jump Like if I did get hit on the shoulder or something like that. But we don't know if it connects to the fact that he have already gotten hit or not. It's just something we just never connected the dots on.
Right.
But usually, for me, I would usually know if Daryl has a headache. That I can pinpoint. I can pinpoint usually if Daryl gets a headache. Because I would get up and have a thrash of a headache for a quick second, and it would go away. And it would just kind of just go in and out throughout the day. That's how I usually have a signal that Daryl might have a headache.
Mm-hmm.
Some days I'm wrong, some days I'm not. But most of the time, I'm usually right. When it comes down to him, I can pinpoint when he has a headache.
Yeah, it's often I get headaches too. So yeah,
It's very often he gets them, and I can pinpoint when he has it. Like as of right now, if I can sit here and think if Daryl has a headache or not, my answer right now, if he has one, will probably be no.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Because my head has not thrashed at all today.
Yeah.
I don't even feel nothing in my head. So
That's because I took pain pills last night before I went to bed.
Mm-hmm.
So
see, I didn't know that part.
yes.
I just knew that, me from waking up this morning, I knew he didn't have a headache.
Yeah. So that's how I was able to avoid a headache, because I took my Excedrins.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
How would you be able to tell? I mean, would you be able to feel if I
well-
was to get hit or pinpoint something?
well. In some cases, it'll be like I could feel a pain, but I wouldn't think nothing of it because of the fact that it's just pain and it's there and it'd be on my shoulders, either one. And I could go up to where Darren's at and they'll ask me. I'm like, yeah, but I don't think it was because of you hitting him. I think it was just a pure coincidence because it could be probably minutes apart from each other.
Mm-hmm.
It could be minutes apart from each other when somebody actually hits Darren, and then it could be 5 minutes later I feel pain.
Right.
So it's not necessarily that when somebody do hit Darren that I feel it, but that would let me know that if I feel that pain, odds are Darren got hit today sometime.
Because I do have a
Because I feel it all the time. I had started feeling it here lately, but it had never been confronted. Because I know somebody be hitting Darren because he be picking on people a lot.
I sure do.
So that's how I could determine that Darren got hit.
Well, since we putting this into theory, let me just ask you one question.
Okay.
You feel anything yesterday?
Pain in my back, but not the pain in my back, but I had like a slight tingly in my right shoulder.
Okay.
That's about it.
Your back pain. What did you think that told you when your back started hurting? Because you didn't work
Because
at
my
all.
back. Excuse me.
You didn't work at all. Wait a minute.
Yes, I did.
Oh crap! Today is
Tell you Tuesday.
crap. I thought today was Monday.
No. I work.
Yeah. Okay. So you did work and you worked yesterday.
Mhm.
What did the pain in your back tell you?
See, because normally, like before I got on the diet, it was just like, yeah, I'm lacking water and I'm lacking protein, or I'm lacking something. But since I've been on the diet, I haven't had that much pain.
Mhm.
But that day, evidently, that pain didn't feel too good.
It's because my back was hurting.
Yeah, it didn't feel
My
too
back was killing me from working on Sunday,
doing all that walking.
doing all that walking, and so it didn't help the fact that my lower back was killing me. So yeah, my back was killing me yesterday.
My back started hurting yesterday. But it just came out of nowhere because I can expect when my back pain is coming. But normally when my back is hurting unexpectedly and I don't know when it's coming, odds are Darren's back is hurting.
So that is just most likely a coincidence
Right.
on that behalf, unless it's just unexpected.
Yeah.
So.
Just unexpected pain that nobody ain't hitting on.
So that goes to question number 7. Which one of you is the oldest? Yeah, we get this all the time too.
Yeah.
Daryl is actually the oldest by 60 seconds. February 5th, 1988. He came out. 60 seconds later, I came out. Yeah, of course. So, yeah, that's simple as that.
And there's another annoying question that kills me. They be trying to make it say they don't, but sometimes they like to pick on us when they do this, and it annoys me. They always want to make a controversy out of that.
Oh God, yeah.
Like,
I
are you
hate that.
sure they didn't mix y'all up?
They
Y'all was
might
born?
have. Shoot, who
Well,
knows?
they might have. Darren could be Daryl for all I care.
Yeah,
He
really.
could be Daryl by the second, and I could be Darren. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Why are you trying to make a big controversy out of
that.
it? Shoot, that was 28 years ago. It's done now.
It's a done deal.
It's
Shoot.
done.
Just like the Bible, it's a done deal.
It's
but the
exactly.
actual facts of reality is still happening. But the Bible is a done deal, written wise.
Mm-hmm. So they could have mixed this up. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, that annoyed me.
Yeah.
That annoyed me right there.
We already answered question 8. I'll be identical.
Mm-hmm.
Question 9. Do we work and do everything together?
Well, yes and no.
Work, yes. Mainly.
Mainly.
Work, yes. Everything else, since Daryl got his girlfriend, we kind of have not done everything together. We do, but we don't.
Right.
To an extent. Per se, an example. Play a video game. Do that together. When we both have days off, or when I'm getting off of work and he has a day off, or back when we were kids, we did just about everything together.
Oh yeah.
We played the video game together. We went to school together. We rode in the same car together. And it's almost like it's a pattern now, and it's like a routine. Because when we do something together, stick to that routine. Who usually drive? Darren do.
Mm-hmm.
When we go on a canal walk, who usually walks on the left side?
Darren.
I do. For 2 reasons. One, because we're used to a pattern, a routine of me being on the left side to drive and Daryl's on the right side for the passenger.
Mm-hmm.
And 2, the fact that I'm left-handed and Daryl is right-handed.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And believe it or not, because I listen to music with my left ear, I hear Daryl out of my right ear.
And I listen to my music on my
his
right ear,
so he
and
hears
I
out
can
of his
hear
left.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that automatically connect our hearing together to still be able to listen to music at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So we do things in a routine.
Mm-hmm. Now, some people may think that's a weird routine.
Oh, very weird.
But it works for us.
Mm-hmm.
That it does.
It's a system that we have been using for years. Even when we are jogging, even when we are walking, anything.
Yeah.
Except right now. Right now, we're not side by side.
Right.
We are face to face, so it's, that's not a system that usually works for us.
Right.
But per se, we get in the car right now. Of course, I'm driving. Now, we have time where Daryl had to drive me somewhere, and that is weird.
Yes.
It is not a system we are used to. It's weird. It makes me feel uncomfortable.
It makes me feel naked.
Yeah. We're just not used to it. Because he's on the left side, and I'm on the right side. It's just uncomforting. I hate that.
But see, now it's different that me and Derek got our own cars. It's different because he's driving by himself and I'm driving by myself. That's a natural thing. But when we're together and I'm driving and he's not,
Weird and uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. It's just a system that we go by. So yeah, we do as kids, we did mostly everything together. Mm-hmm. And we always did it by our best hand. Mm-hmm. We did it by our best hand. Yeah. Me being lefty, I'm always on the left. Daryl being a righty, he's always on the right. Mm-hmm. That is a system we always been going by years. Anytime we do anything together.
Yep. And the only thing when we say that we We have worked together. Yes, we have. We have worked every job together except one.
And that is what was that?
Indianapolis Motor
Motor
Speedway
Speedway.
track. I have worked at the track. Darren has.
That's the only job we have.
That's
not
the only
worked
job that we have separated from.
together. That's the only job.
And I got hired at the track, I think, in 2007 or 2008. I can't remember which one it was. It was around this time, in either 2007 or 2008.
I think it was 2008.
2008?
Yep, 2008.
Okay, yeah.
So we had just moved into our apartment.
Sure did. And, yep.
And yes, we have lived with each other.
And we lived with each other.
But
together.
we do not live with each other no more. Of course, obviously, we do not live together. I live by myself, and he lived with his fiance. So there you go. That's question 9. Question 10. This one right here.
This is a dreadful one.
This one, we get this one a whole lot. I think we get this question more than any other one on this list.
Mm-hmm.
Did we ever switch classes or girlfriends? Switch classes? No. Switch girlfriends?
Yes.
One time.
One time.
And it wasn't, before anybody get that thought in their heads, it wasn't for the purpose of being ignorant. The whole purpose of it was to see if our girlfriends could tell each other or tell us apart.
And which they have chopped trash before, saying, "Oh, they can tell us apart."
Yeah, and in fact, to that story, going back to high school, Arsenal Tech. For those of y'all that in the Indianapolis area, and y'all know Arsenal Technical High School is a campus. Most people are familiar with it. But for those of you that are out of town, Arsenal Technical High School is a campus.
High school campus. Yeah.
And high school, not college, but high school campus. We had just arrived for school. So me and Daryl switched
Prior to that night.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
We switched coats. It was cold outside. We switched coats, hats, believe it or not, personality, clothing, everything, shoes, everything.
Everything.
We switched, but we did not switch back that day. We kept everything as it was.
Right.
We even fooled a few teachers too, just doing that alone.
Oh, yes, we did.
We fooled teachers that very same day too, because they looked at us like, "Why are you here?" I just took girls' clothing.
That's it.
I just
See,
took
we
clothing.
wasn't trying to trick them.
We was
told
trying.
them what we did.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah.
told them what we did. It was just
We
that.
still tricked them.
Yeah, we still tricked them. We didn't mean to, but
We
our
just
whole
tried-
purpose was to trick somebody, but it wasn't the teacher.
Yeah, it was to trick our girlfriends. So we had just arrived for school. Oh, and we switched walking routines. Me and Daryl usually have a routine where me and Daryl will walk to meet our girlfriends.
And see, this is a fatal mistake right here that the people fail to realize.
Yeah. So we switched routines. Instead of me walking my normal route to meet my girlfriend at the time, I took Daryl's route and he took my route.
Mm-hmm.
Just to throw it all off. Now, Daryl's girlfriend, when we, as we was approaching our girlfriends, because they both came at the same time, but they also, I think they had a walking routine too that wasn't the same. I met with Daryl's girlfriend at the time.
Your boy is weird.
She had no clue. Poor girl didn't see it coming.
And neither did theirs.
Yeah, and we didn't kiss. We didn't do nothing of the sort.
No.
We didn't do anything.
Anything at all.
And I think that's what tipped them off.
Yeah.
Because we didn't do anything, but they didn't catch on to it till later.
Yeah.
So I went to Daryl's girlfriend, spoke. And of course we sounded the same, so that didn't help matters either. We both had short hair. That didn't help matters
Exactly.
either. We pretty much had looked alike, and everybody thought it was identical. She never did catch on to it.
Walking to the class and everything. Had
Yep.
plenty of time to observe it.
Oh,
but didn't.
plenty of time. Didn't notice it.
Yeah.
It wasn't until, when was it? It wasn't until.
It wasn't until well for my benefit, it wasn't until I had walked her into the building. I forgot what building. I
don't think me and Daryl even ever talked about this after that.
No, I don't think we talked about it. but I think it got to the Stewart Hall.
Uh-huh.
I think that was our first class.
Yeah.
I walked all the way there.
Please don't tell me. Let me guess. Let me guess.
Okay.
She was ready to kiss you,
Yeah.
but then realized it wasn't me.
No, she was getting ready to kiss me,
But you moved away.
but I moved away. She got mad. She got mad.
Yes! Yes!
Yes. She got mad, and she was like, "Boy, what is wrong with you?"
What do you think is
I'm
wrong
like,
with me?
"Ain't nothing wrong with me." She's like, the 30-second bell is ringing. I want to say goodbye. So you might just like say goodbye.
Oh,
I gave it
gosh.
up. I just gave it up. I was like, you know what? You don't even have to. Took everything off, and she realized it was me.
Fooled her. She was the one. My girlfriend was the one. Like, oh, I know y'all. I could tell y'all apart.
Yeah, she was the one talking crazy.
I was like, okay,
She was shocked when she seen it.
we're gonna prove this one once and for all.
We fixed that.
We're gonna prove this one once and for all. So ever since then, she been on her guard.
Yeah.
Right up until, the end of the relationship. She was on her guard. I'm like, we ain't doing that no more. We proved the point.
Yeah, we proved what we had to prove.
Well, the girl's girlfriend didn't even see it coming. But if I remember correctly, I don't know if your girlfriend was mad at you or not.
Odds are.
Because she didn't even bother to say one word to me.
Well, you know what? Here's the funny thing about that.
She walked into class and I kept it trucking. She didn't find out till later.
See, that's the thing. I really didn't, show her that much affection to her at all.
Yeah, of course.
So, I don't, what I'm saying, when I walk up to the door, I don't kiss her. I don't do none of that stuff. I just walk her, have a good day, ciao.
Yeah. So maybe she probably wasn't mad. That was just probably normal.
She could have been. I'm not ruling that out either. Because
yeah, but it was probably just a normal routine of how you handle, how you usually handle things anyway. Because I was more the affectionate one, because that's where she always wanted her kiss, because I always gave her one.
Yeah.
I always gave her one. But on that in particular day, she didn't. So that's one of the switcheroo stories that we did. We have not done one since then.
Yep. That was just to prove a point.
That was just
anybody talking crazy, we're going to fix them. Mm-hmm. But it's going to be kind of hard doing that this time.
Oh, yeah. Big time. Okay. That's question 10. Question 11. I get this question too. Yeah. What is it like to be a twin? Well, let me ask you a question. What is it like to have siblings? That's what it's like.
Straight to the point.
That's what it's like.
That's what it's like.
It is no different. Well, let me think about that.
Well, you know what? Let me tell you. I will say this. Compared to, of course, they're all alike, having a sibling and being a twin. Mm-hmm. But being a twin is the most pressurized, most stressful to ever put yourself through.
Oh, yeah. Mixture of names.
And then you getting to fall for a debt that he didn't have no business being in.
Oh, yeah, I got fall for debt all the time.
That is the serious pressure of the whole entire thing.
And I tell you, this is a small, minor pressure, but this is just what really gets me. I give my name. This is why I hate our name to be so close. I was almost ready to change my name to Gerald.
Damn.
Just to be so far apart. I goes into America's Best to upgrade my glasses, get the test done and see what was going on, see if, I needed stronger prescriptions because it was that normal time of the year. So I go into America's Best. It's like, hi, you have an appointment? No, I'm just a walk-in. I would like to, have my eyes examined. Sure, what's your name? I specifically said Darren Watts. She goes over to the records cabinet in the back there. She goes in. Okay, Daryl. No. Darren. I don't know what happened. It's like she tuned me out when I said that. Because she went back over and came back. So I assumed she changed it. Because I was already looking at glasses at the same time when she was doing it. So when the doctor calls me back there, he does the same thing. I said, it's Darren. What is going on with you people? Tune me out. I said, what am I, a ghost? What is going on? I still have the receipt. Daryl's stuff is updated with my address and everything on it.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
So where I gotta go? This is what I got. This is what I'm looking forward to when I go to America's Best.
They are going to tell you that you got a mole on your left eye,
and I don't.
And he don't. I do. All because they looked at the file and see Darre.
Yeah.
And automatically assumed it was me. Alphabetically, Daryl comes first.
Yes.
Then it's me. I'm sitting like, I done explained to you cats 4 or 5 times who I am, and y'all keep blocking me out like I'm some kind of mental dude. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? This is why I don't even bother to address correcting anybody anymore. I just don't care. I just don't care.
I'm just ready to start. You know how they create those belts with the little whatchamacallits on them, and they have it kind of look like a it kind of favors like a ribbon board.
Mm-hmm.
They have it on belts. I forgot what they call them professionally,
Mm-hmm.
but they kind of like excuse me. They kind of like ribbon boards.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna start walking around with a T-shirt that says "I'm Daryl."
Yep, and I'm Darren. Cause this is ridiculous. It's too close. So.
And I might have it in the belt too.
Yeah.
I'm Daryl.
Yeah, really. Cause I mean, we just cannot have our way 90% of the time.
Mm-mm.
Cannot have our way.
All because of people's hearing or
Looking at
whatever.
Looking at the file and seeing Darre is what gets me. Because if I go in there and say I'm Darren, they pull his file out. He goes in there and say I'm Daryl, they pull his file out. Forget about me. They pull him out. They pull Daryl out. Not me, Daryl.
So I know what to look forward to
when you get there. Best. Yep, they were like, oh, your mole is gone. No, it's not.
I never had one.
Never had one and probably won't have one. Mm-hmm. But then again,
they're going to probably team me out.
Because then they're going to go, and when I go in there and give them my name, and they actually listen and pull mine out, they're not going to sit there and even think for 1 minute, oh, you got a mole in your eye. They're not even going to even think to check it out.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to tell them, check for my mole in my eye to make sure that it's not cancerous.
Right.
Then again, I'm just crazy.
Of course.
Question 12. Do twins run in the family? Yes.
Absolutely.
On the dad's side of the family, it runs. From my understanding, there were 2 sets of, I think it was fraternal.
Are we all? I think we're all fraternal, right?
Except for Granny, Maud, and Margie. They were identical. They were identical. You couldn't tell. How could you not tell?
I mean, yeah, they look just alike. I mean, jeez.
That was blankly obvious.
That was. How they lay in the bed.
Obvious. Check. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man. But
was obvious.
Our dad is a twin, and he's fraternal.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's me and Daryl. And then it's going to raise another question between me and Daryl, who's going to have the twins. To be honest, probably neither one of us.
Probably not.
Probably going to be neither one of us. Who knows?
But I find it funny. I always tease other twins. I happened to tease my grandmother at the time. May she rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
One day, me and Daryl were sitting at her house, and the phone rings, and her twin sister calls.
Oh, we do this all the time.
You don't know. Let me tell you. You don't know how bad I wanted to say, hello, Granny, how are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Because she sounded just like my grandma. It was not funny.
Well, I can believe that.
So about an hour later, they come home thinking, I'm like, okay, why'd you call? looking for her sister. So when Granny walked in the door, I was like, "Hey, Granny, how you doing?" Spoke to her. Oh, by the way, you called
Yeah.
all the way in Louisiana.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
I do that too all the time too. I'll when she calls and I just pick up the phone and she at home and she's not by the phone, I just yell, "Granny, it's you."
That's right.
That's the end of that story.
That's it.
She
It's
know
you.
who she know who it is.
She know who it is.
She know who it is. Now, them two showed up at their brother's funeral in the same dress.
Yes, they did.
Did not talk over the phone. Did not pre-plan it.
No.
But they straight came to their brother's funeral in the same dress.
And the same glasses. The only
Difference
difference
was
her Marge's was tinted.
I'm sitting here like, man.
Same frame. I'm like, how did I get the same frame glasses and you're in Louisiana, she here in the States?
Mm-hmm.
How do you do that?
How do you do that? Me and Daryl don't even do nothing like that. We are smack dab in the same city within 5 miles of each other.
And don't have same frames.
Do
Cut
not
it
have
out.
same frames.
Cut it out.
I'm like, man, this is crazy. I would love to hear stories about them, but and how they were as twins, but that we would have to get from other family members, but we
Right.
can only tell from me and Daryl's perspective,
Right.
about twins.
Mhm.
But that's the rundown of the twins in the family. Like I said, there was 2 sets before my grandmother's time. I just don't remember if they was fraternal or identical. They passed away, I guess. There was some brief history that I knew about it, but I never really
Yeah,
got into the gist of it.
Yeah, other than just us wise Pop,
Right.
us, Daryl, and Granny and Margie, it also grows bigger than that outside that generation.
Oh yeah, because we don't know anything about that.
We don't know nothing about that.
We just keep it within the intermediate.
Mhm.
Question 13. How do you tell us apart? Now, simple. Hair, no hair, glasses, no glasses.
Bigger,
smaller. There's a lot of different ways to tell us apart. But back in the day,
I can tell you.
couldn't tell you.
I can tell you.
Hey, my baby pictures and us being little kids, I couldn't tell you who was who.
No, I couldn't tell you who was
I
who.
couldn't tell you. The only person that could do that was Nicole.
Yeah.
She was the only person that could tell us apart. She was the resort of our answers when we had a judgment call. She was the judge, and she made the final decision because she knew who was who.
And it can also lead to question 18.
Yep. Question 18. Can your parents tell you apart?
Yes and no.
Yes and no. When it comes down, over the phone, no.
No.
In person, yes. But then there are just some things that me and Dirk would do would throw a person off. And when we throw our parents off, we just do things that the
Yeah,
other
like
one
how
usually
two
would do.
pop off. I had two pop off because I called him and I forgot what I wanted. And he asked me a weird question, but he was trying to pertain it to dinner. I couldn't remember the question. And I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? So I started getting a little loud and pitchy. So I changed my voice.
Mhm.
He was like, oh, I thought you was dinner. Like a food you didn't even mean to.
We just do things.
We just
I mean, even in person. Even in person, I think I fooled mom once. I don't remember the whole exact details of it, but I wore a hat. I wore a hat one day, and she thought that I was Daryl because I was wearing a hat, and I think he had just washed his hair. And I think he mentioned it. I just so happened to wear a hat that day. I just so happened to wear a hat that day. And I went over to her house, like, what are you doing here? I'm expecting Darren. This is Darren. Golly. Really? Took my hat off and here's my short hair. It's me.
Yeah, because Darren's not the one to wear hats. He wears more baseball caps than he does wool knit hats like me.
Mhm.
I wear wool knit hats all the time.
All the time.
And Darren wears baseball caps.
Yes, I do. Love it to death. Because I wear them backwards.
Yep, because that's how they can tell us apart. Because
Why? Because I
Darren
wear
wears backwards ball caps and I
You
wear
wear
wool knit hats.
hats.
Now I do have brim baseball cap hats type, but I don't wear them all the time.
Right. Question 14. Do we have our own language? No, and no.
Oh my gosh.
No. I've known twins that have their own language, but me and Dirk don't have our own language. We ain't that good.
No, we ain't that good. The only time we really did is when we spit at each other.
That was it.
Spit language. Didn't know what the crap we were saying.
And to me, that wasn't even technically a language.
No, it was not a language.
It was just.
But that's just close
that
to
was
language.
That was just us being inconsiderate of our germs.
We didn't have none.
True. Yeah.
We didn't have none.
Yeah. So question 15 is not even a question. It's actually a statement that I hear all the time. Me and Daryl and every other twin. I wish I had a twin.
No, you don't.
Go ahead if you want to. Like, oh, we be switching every day. Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
But see, people don't realize if you're not careful, you could suffer some serious consequences.
Mistaken identity, believe it or not.
Absolutely.
Mistaken identity.
Absolutely.
So
not like that. IRS and debt collectors and all them make the same mistake.
Oh, they do it all the time.
They make the same mistake, but if you actually do it and you get caught, you will suffer some serious consequences.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes it's just not good being a twin. Okay. Now, in some aspects it can be, but at the same time, it's just not.
Mm-hmm. Like playing that trick on our girlfriends. I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah, that was really brilliant.
I thought that was brilliant. Never will do it again.
Exactly.
That was just something fun.
Exactly.
Question 16. I hate this question.
So do I, dear.
How come I can't be like my twin? Do you want to be like Johnny Cochran? Then why are you asking me how come I can't be like my twin? I want to be my own person. You want to be like Johnny Cochran, fine. But I don't want to be like him. I only want to be like you.
Yeah, I know. I ain't crying either.
I ain't crying either.
I ain't crying.
I'm just getting irritated because that's the question we get all the time.
We get all the time because one of us could be the most evilest pieces of crap on the planet, and the other one is smooth and laid back.
Mm-hmm.
But see, they expect it more from Darren than they do me.
Mm-hmm.
And then they always ask it, Darren, how come you can't be like your brother?
Really?
You don't want to be like me?
No.
I don't want him to be like me.
Because if I had to be,
the whole purpose is to keep apart from each other.
If I had to be like Daryl, I would have to wear brim baseball caps. I hate wearing it because I like mine curved. I don't want to wear that, and I don't like wearing wool knitted hats. I don't want to wear that either.
You don't wear skull caps either.
I don't wear skull caps.
Don't care if it's Under Armour or not.
No, I do not wear skull caps. And then on top of that, he don't like wearing gloves in the winter. I love wearing gloves.
I hate wearing gloves.
See, and I don't want to be like that.
No.
I want to be like me. And the dude's gonna ask me how come I can't be like my twin. Be like Johnny Cochran for a day.
I know, right? Oh my
goodness. Okay. Question 17. Do we tell each other everything? To an extent.
Yeah, to an extent.
We're one of those type of people. Yeah, we'll mostly tell most of everything on the spot.
Right.
But when there are certain things that we do not want each other to find out, we'll wait for an extended period of time. There has been points in time
until
where Daryl,
situation is dead.
Right. There has been situations and point in time where Daryl have waited over a year to tell me certain things.
Absolutely.
Me, I've waited over an extension of 6 months to tell him something. Mm-hmm. Or between a month to 6 months. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes it'll stretch out to a year, just depending on the situation.
Depending on Darren's situation, it could wait to a year.
Mm-hmm. It could wait to a year.
And it's pretty amazing on how we'd be shocked about finding some things that we didn't tell each other.
Oh,
we'd be pretty shocked. We don't get mad.
We get shocked because then it's a learning curve.
Yeah, big time learning curve.
It's a learning curve to understand why certain things happen at that time.
Exactly.
So
and then everything will start to click. And it makes sense.
And make a whole lot of sense.
There's a lot of things, especially when I found out about Darren and the girl that was fooling around. I didn't know what was going on with that ordeal. But
what are you talking about?
What
are you talking about?
I mean, helping her out. So, I ain't know nothing about it. Back in a second.
Oh. You mean this one? Excuse us. You mean this one?
That's it.
Yeah.
I can believe that one. Now that one weighed That one almost a year.
Yeah, that one
When you
over a
talk,
year.
that was almost a year.
Because it happened in 2014, and I didn't tell Drell about it until after it was late 2015 is when I told him everything
Sure
that
was.
happened.
Sure was.
Yeah.
Almost a year.
hmm We answered question 18. Can your parents tell you apart? Question 19. Which one is better at sports, video games, and who is outgoing? Let me get straight to the point with the sports. The video games. The video games, I have the outer edge in basketball to Daryl, but for some odd reason, Daryl has the outer edge in me in football. Can never figure that out. I always used to play 2K5. It always be the Indianapolis Colts versus the Denver Broncos. 2K5. We'll both create our own players. He'd be a running back for the Denver Broncos, and I'd be a quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts. Denver had a low rating. I don't know how in the world Durham managed to always beat me. It killed me. I may have beat him maybe once or twice in that game, but I could go and beat everybody else in that game.
Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing about Darren that he does.
Oh, I know.
That gives me a clear.
Save it. I know what it is. I talk too much.
No.
Oh.
No.
Ah, shoot.
No.
Oh, is it because I tell you my plans all the time?
No.
Then what is it?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Darren, and here's why I know I can pick a defense apart with Darren.
Oh, because I do the same thing all the time.
No. It's because you play defensive end. When you play defensive end,
oh,
I pick that defense apart.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
I know that's how.
That's what hurted me because he always played the backfield. He always played defensive back. I couldn't beat him. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I did.
I played safety, and half of the time Darren got me, half the time Darren didn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm like, oh gosh, okay. I got to rethink these things because Darryl will always use a chop block on me, and it got on my nerve.
And I had to do it. I hate
because I always blitzed him.
He always blitzed me, and he always beat the defender, so I had to put a chop block on him.
I always had the count on him. I always had to count on him.
Yeah, so I had to always scramble out the pocket, try to buy some time to get wide open for my receivers. Mm-hmm. That was not an easy task. The best thing I think that was important to me was the run game.
Yeah.
Because Darren always liked to rush to the outside to get to the quarterback.
I never rushed to the inside.
I could just zip it on the inside.
Mm-hmm. Sure can. And that hurted me. Mm-hmm. And now that he told me that, it ain't going to matter now because we don't play each other no more. So, yeah, that's that. And as of outgoing, it could be neutral. It just depends on the mood. Once again, those roles could be switched. Yeah. And as of for sports, I think we both are fair decent on both ends. We both, balance each other out on that behalf. Absolutely. On that behalf. And then question 20, the last one.
That's the same question we already did there.
Oh, was it?
Question 11, yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, there is no question 20, ladies and gentlemen.
I practically filled in a question 20.
Oh, yes, you did. I just don't remember what it was, but
it was an annoying question from earlier. I forgot what it was that quick.
Of course. But that's our frequently asked questions about me and Daryl. Me and Daryl, hopefully, we'll have set dates to start having podcast shows out on a frequent basis of Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. We're working on that very hard to get that accomplished. There's just a couple things on our end that we have to work on in order for it to get accomplished.
Yep, we're also on social media. You can follow us on Twitter at DTST2414. Excuse me, at DTST2414.
You can also follow us on Facebook. Double Take Sports Talk at The Watch Brothers. And you can also follow us on, actually, you only have to follow us. You can actually subscribe on YouTube. We have episodes out on YouTube also.
Yeah.
We're still currently working on Google Play.
Things,
yeah, Google Play we're still currently working on. Mm-hmm. WordPress we're still currently working on. But, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I have. thank you for listening today for Double Take Sports Talk, the Watts Brothers version today. Non-scripted,
Yeah.
talking about us and getting to know us. Hope you enjoyed this podcast. It was a pretty long one. I didn't expect it to be that
I mean,
long.
either.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will catch up with you and hopefully you stay tuned for our future episodes. God bless.